Hello and welcome back. As always, thank you all for your support, for your likes, comments, and subscriptions. I really appreciate it. I just look forward to going on with this channel and seeing what it brings for me. So I really appreciate all the nice comments you guys have. And let's get into it. Today, I thought I need to do this video. It's been a long time coming, and I don't know why I haven't done it. I do Metroidvania Mondays every Monday. I thought I would sit down today and talk about my top 10 favorite Metroidvanias on the Switch. This is such a great genre of game. I think it's one of the best as far as, gameplay and just the fun factor that it can have with it. You're constantly getting rewarded usually in these games and stuff like that. And I just love this type of game. It's just awesome. And it has platforming in it usually, which I also love, platform games. So you just can't go wrong. So now, I did not exclude any Metroid games off of this because, like I said, this is my 10 favorites. So this is my top 10 Metroidvanias on the Switch. And we're going to start with number 10, The Mummy Demastered. Now, I bought this game because I was watching Metal Jesus Rocks, and he was talking about it. And this was a crappy movie, but the game is actually fantastic. The controls are great. I've really enjoyed what I've played so far. The controls are really tight. It's just fun. The graphics are awesome. And again, it's crazy that a good game was made from such a crappy movie. So usually the other way around, it definitely isn't going to be good, but yeah, somehow this is good. And if you've not played it, definitely give it a shot. I don't know how often it really goes on sale, but it's a good one nonetheless. Okay, number 9, Ender Lilies. This one I've not played much past maybe 2 or 3 bosses, and I definitely want to get back to it. The art style is beautiful in this. The music, it's mostly like piano driven, really beautiful. Another just fun Metroidvania that I'm really happy to have on the Switch. I believe I got this version from Limited Run. They were doing one of those partnership type deals. What's the word I'm looking for? Distribution title. So I just had to scoop it up. Now, if you missed out on that, the Japanese version does have English as far as I know. So if you're interested, definitely get a hold of that. It actually has the same cover, which I thought was weird. Usually Japan, they usually do a different cover, and usually I like their covers better, but nevertheless, awesome Metroidvania. I really want to get back to a lot of these. I need to get back to and beat. A lot of them I have beat, but yeah, this one is another one I just need to get back to. Just so busy doing so many other things and trying to play new games for the Metroidvania Mondays. I just haven't got back to it. So, but awesome one nonetheless. Okay, number 8, another one I need to get back to that's really awesome and it's tough, and that is Death's Gambit Afterlife. I guess this is a kind of a redoing of this game. They kind of revamped some things, and I never played the original, but I remember when it came out, I was really excited about it. I love the art style. I'm always a sucker for pixel art. It has like a Dark Souls type vibe to it too, and with the difficulty and everything. I really enjoyed what I played so far. I played this a little bit for the Metroidvania Mondays. I forget which one it was. It was pretty early on, I think, though. But yeah, another one I just need to get back to. It's so cool. I enjoyed what I've played so far. The bosses are challenging. Just the combat in general is challenging, and it's just an awesome Metroidvania, which I didn't even realize it was a Metroidvania at first. Probably has some other genres thrown in there too, but nevertheless, it's a good one, and so I had to put it on this list. Okay, number 7. This is one that is very popular, and everyone knows this, I feel like, and that is Blasphemous. This one I arguably have not gotten very far either. For some reason, it's not that it didn't click for me because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know. I just got distracted with other things, other games and other things in my life, and I just kind of put it down. Hopefully it's one of those ones I can get back to at some point, really give it a go. I got a couple bosses in and a couple areas in, I would say, but some of the best pixel art that you're ever going to see on the Switch or any other system. And I just saw a trailer the other day. They're putting out a second one, so I really should probably get on this. I think Limited Run event originally did this, but then it came to retail, and I had missed Limited Run's copy, so I was able to get a retail copy. So if you're interested, I think it's a little easier to get than some of these other ones as far as it being retail and everything. So definitely not one to miss. Number 6, we're getting it. These top 6 are just like cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. All these games are great, but these top 6 are really like just cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, number 6, that is Axiom Verge. It's amazing to me that one person made this game. The music, everything. Such an awesome game. I know I've gotten very close to the end. I just have not, dug in and really beat it. Again, I just moved on to other things. It's kind of the price you pay when you have several hundred Switch games and you want to try to play everything. But what a fantastic game. I mean, I love the title music alone. It's just, oh my God. The music in general is just great. Everything about this game is great. And the fact that it was made by one person, Mr. Thomas Happ, I believe is his name, If you've not watched the documentary about, that and his family and what his wife and him deal with their son having some medical problems, I really feel for him, and I really hope that they can live a fulfilling life and they get all the help that they need and everything, because he's just a really cool guy. I actually got Axiom Verge 2 as well, and I haven't gotten as far in that one. And I didn't like it as much. It's still a great game, but Axiom Verge 1 is just beautiful. It's an awesome game. If you've not played it, I highly recommend it. It's hard to find, I think, hard-ish kind of to find maybe on the Switch. I don't know how many copies they really made. I think the Wii U is the version, that version is like really hard to come by, or it's really expensive, one of the two. I think I got mine secondhand, kind of used off eBay, and it was only like $45, so I didn't get scalped too hard for it, so I was really happy about that. But anyway, I had to have it in my collection. It's just, you can't go wrong. Okay, and the next one, I played this recently for my Metroidvania Mondays as well, and this has got to be one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my life, and that is Ori and the Blind Forest. Oh man, the movement in this game, the platforming, this is more platform heavy, I would say, especially this first game. The combat it's there, but it's not as good as the second games. They kind of really refined everything, but focusing more on the platforming and stuff. But what an amazing game. Every single second of this game is just absolutely beautiful, and if you have happened to not play either one of the Ori games, I highly recommend playing this one first and then play Will of the Wisp, the second one. You will appreciate Will of the Wisp more if you do. There's nothing wrong against Blind Forest. I mean, Will of the Wisp was obviously a little bit better, and I didn't even think it was possible for them to be able to do that, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Ori and the Blind Forest. Fantastic story, fantastic music, fantastic graphics, fantastic controls. I mean, as I said, these top 5, 6, they're just cream of the crop games. They really are. If you have not played this game, I highly, highly recommend this one. Okay, and the next one, a lot of people have played this. This came out, I guess, about a year or two ago, and that is Metroid Dread. Now, this is the first Metroid game that I've ever beaten. I love this game. As soon as I beat it on normal, I turned around and beat it on hard. I've talked about this game at length before on this channel. I highly recommend this. This is top 3 Switch exclusives for me. Again, the controls are so fantastic, and then by the time you get to the end of it, it just gets even better, and you're like, how did they even... I didn't even think it was possible. Like, right out the gate, you're like, this control's so great, Now, arguably, the music wasn't as good as the other Metroids, and I didn't like that you couldn't use the D-pad. Maybe that's just the old school nature in me, that I love the D-pad if I can use it. And most of these games, allow for it, but this one didn't, and I was a little disappointed in that. But that's small peanuts in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if you have not played this, I highly recommend this too. This is one of the best Switch games that you can possibly get. And I didn't think it was as difficult as some of the other Metroid games. I mean, it is to a degree, and I highly suggest you playing with a Pro controller. You'll thank me. And even then, your hands are probably going to hurt by the end of it. It's a little extensive in that sense. Undeniably, one of the best Switch games you can get on the system. Okay, the next one. This is another one that came out recently, and that is Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, I know this isn't a Switch exclusive, and it's not... Well, I guess I haven't been going exclusive anyway, but anyway, fantastic game. I only played this a little bit back in the day. I only had a GameCube for a little bit. I remember it being awesome back then, and I was so excited when I saw that they were bringing this to the Switch, because I thought to myself, I'm finally going to get to play this game to completion, and it did not disappoint. It deserves to be in the number 3 spot in my top 10 Switch Metroidvanias. It deserves to be here so much, slightly edging out Metroid Dread. It's not that I even prefer 3D to 2D. What a fantastic game. I can understand why so many people say that this is one of the best games ever made, one of their favorites, or what have you. Fantastic game. I'm actually running through it again on hard. I've kind of put it down for now, but the time I had with it was amazing. Again, I totally see why this was a classic for all time. This remaster has got to be one of the best remasters they've ever made, or anybody has ever made. The fidelity and stuff of the graphics and everything, it just leaps and bounds over the GameCube version. It's wonderful. So I'm hoping the other 2 Metroid Primes still come to the Switch, and these rumors that 4 is going to be on, the next Switch system or the next Nintendo system, even if it's multi-plat, Switch and the next system, I'm fine with that. But please just put all 4 of them on the Switch, Nintendo. Don't break them up and have, 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch and then 4. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You're going to piss off me and a lot of other people. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you to do that, but I'm just really hoping that you don't do that, Nintendo. You've already put this first one out. Just put the other 2 out. Even if they're not as remastered as the first one, that's fine. Just Get them out, and let's have all 4 of them on the Switch. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, number 2 on this list, I was talking about it a little bit earlier with the other Ori game, and that is Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Now, I recently played this for my Metroidvania Mondays. I think it was the last one I did, actually. Just remembering how amazing this game is. As I said earlier, I just couldn't even believe that they managed to do even better than Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, I had heard that when I watched reviews and stuff on it before I bought it, and I was like, how could it be that much better? And I wouldn't say it's like leaps and bounds better. It definitely is better. The world's bigger. There's more side quests. The combat is definitely better. There's even more movement options and power-ups and stuff like that by the end of it. Just an absolutely fantastic Metroidvania game. Some might say I'm crazy for putting this above Metroid Prime Remastered and Metroid Dread, but I personally love this game. My daughter loves this game. What a fantastic journey. What a fantastic ride. Both of these Ori games are absolutely fantastic. You know, they go on sale all the time on the eShop if you're not, you know, somebody that needs to have it physical. But they also do have retail physical versions. So I highly recommend this if you've not played this and you like platform heavy Metroidvanias and beautiful art style and everything. I mean, you just cannot go wrong. Okay, and the big daddy, number 1. A lot of people can probably guess which one this is, and that is Hollow Knight. What a beautiful indie little darling of a game. It's so amazing to me that only like 4 or 5 people made this game. Out of all these Metroidvania games, I have got so much time out of this game, more than I ever even thought that I would. I mean, I just remember being like, how much bigger is this game? You know, I mean, it just kept going and going and going, and I'm like so happy to have the collector's edition of this and the Ori games. I meant to mention that. Both just beautiful little collector's editions. I believe I'll have to put up on the screen who did the collector's edition for Hollow Knight, but it is still available. I believe it's like 75 or 80 bucks if you're interested. It's a really awesome collector's edition. I really love the little like brooch that it came with the little Hollow Knight himself. But anyway, I'm getting a little off track. The combat, the challenges there, the controls are tight, the music is fantastic, the graphics are beautiful. You know, the story I wasn't really following and really caring about too much, and I don't think it's as strong as some of the other aspects of the game, but nevertheless, fantastic game. The best Metroidvania, in my opinion, that you can get on any system. So if you're one of those people that have possibly not played this game, I couldn't recommend it enough. Alright, that's going to do it. I want to thank you all for just supporting this channel and being so kind as always. Here's to another 100 subs, and then we just keep on rolling on. Let me know what some of your favorite, you know, your top 10 Metroidvanias on the Switch are. I'd be interested to know. I'm sure a lot of this list would be similar. You know, some places might be a little different for different people. Yeah, just such a great system, such, you know, wonderful options that we have, all of us have, to play such great games on it, and Metroidvanias are definitely one of my favorite. I know some people might think the market's a little oversaturated, but I love it. Keep them coming. I've got so many that I haven't even bought yet that I still want to buy and play. So here's to that. Here's to keeping the channel going, and thank you all as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.